Hey my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and you know guys, I've been reading your comments all day pretty much, since I put out that video earlier today about the 5080 being basically a 1440p card. And then I watched that video from Ancient Gameplays where he's showing off like the 4070 Super or the 4080 Super versus the 7900 XT and the XTX, and that got me thinking, guys, am I being too unfair to Nvidia? In my, it's not necessarily a crusade to take down Nvidia or anything like that, but am I being too unfair? Am I not giving them enough credit for what they do and for what Nvidia is? I do get a lot of, not necessarily pushback, but I do get a lot of opposing views when it comes to the way I feel about, like my PC experience. I mean, all of us are different, man. We're all PC gamers and we all like different things and we all appreciate different things. Some things, I guess when we like something, we are more likely to overlook its flaws. And, when I was watching that video from Ancient Gameplays and I'm looking at like his results and I'm seeing, for the most part, it didn't seem out of the ordinary. I got a lot of those same results, every once in a while, the 4080 would do, or the 4080 Super would be a little bit better or something. But one of the things that I never really touch on is like 1% lows. And in my experience, if you really look at that, obviously, the 7900 XT and XTX are usually, doing a little bit better with the 1% lows. And, when you look at that pretty much is like your, I don't know. People try to tell me it's like it's better, if you have higher 1% lows and stuff. And I definitely agree. But then when you look at the 1% lows on the 4080 Super from Fabio's analysis, you can see like a much wider gap in some of those, like we're talking like 30 plus frames or something, and to have drops that low to where you're getting that low, and then like you see like the 7900 XTX and XT having like a more consistent, maybe half of that in terms of like drop into the 1% lows and stuff. It just makes you wonder, because here's my honest opinion, guys. Like I've always kind of felt that for some reason, like the FPS on my Nvidia GPUs just always kind of felt a little bit conflated. Like it wasn't necessarily like giving me the frames that I thought it was. It just always felt like a little bit more stuttery, or there's just always this like, I don't know, in the back of my head, it's always just like the Nvidia cards are like faking something, or they're cheating or doing something else. And that just goes to, and that's just because of how much smoother my AMD experience has always felt to me. It's just always felt smoother. It's always felt better. I've always felt like, oh, okay, yeah, this is, it's so hard for me to understand how the hell, like I'll put in an Nvidia GPU, okay? Even like the 4080 Super. I'll put the 4080 Super in and I'll be looking at it. And I'm never absolutely blown away with like the visual quality. Like I'm never blown away with that experience. And I mean, honestly, guys, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand it. Like I really freaking just don't understand how I can look at a 4080 Super, run it on the same screen, same settings, same every damn thing. And people tell me till I'm blue in the face that it's got the same colors and everything. But I'm never blown away when I'm looking at the Nvidia. When I put in an AMD card, I can tell immediately that I'm playing on AMD, and I'm like, wow, like I get this warm fuzzy feeling that like, oh my gosh, dude, this is an AMD card. Like I can feel it, and I can feel it in the frame rate. I can see it on the screen. It feels good. It looks good. It's always, I don't want to say laggy on Nvidia. I don't know, man. Like I've never felt 100% right on an Nvidia GPU. I've never felt right. And when you've had like both, I don't know, like I trust Fabio. I trust Ancient Gameplays. I trust Fabio. I don't think that he would go out of his way to try to mislead anybody or give anybody bad information. Like I feel comfortable in like what he says and like his analysis, and you know, like I feel good watching his stuff, and like I don't disagree with what I'm seeing, you know. I mean, obviously what we're seeing, I mean, even when I was running a 4080 Super, I'd get those same numbers. Like I would get, you know, on my frame rate counters, everything, those same numbers. And, you know, like 1% lows. And like I've said this before on many videos, even if you go back, like I would say earlier on, like one of the things that I noticed is like my jumps from like frame rate to top frame rate, it would just be so wide. It was never like a consistent, you know, thing all the way through. It's like there would be these wide jumps on a 3080 10 gig. I'd be playing a game and it would go from, you know, I'd get like 110 frames and it'd drop back down to like 60, 65, 70. And there would just be these wild swings in like how much FPS. And like I was always noticing that with the Nvidia GPUs. Like always. And you know, the 40 series was definitely better. It was like, there was definitely a lot less fluctuation like that. But I mean, we had like frame generation, all of that kind of stuff, you know, to be able to push those frame rates a little bit stronger and stuff. So I'm looking at that and I'm seeing like these wild swings in just FPS and like a lot of the games I play a lot of open world games. And so I see, you know, like you get even on this AMD card on the 7900 XTX, I'm playing Assassin's Creed, and I'm running on ultra wide. That's the way you should be playing it. I'm playing this ultra wide, and I'm running through, and I'm seeing like this frame rate, you know, staying pretty consistent like throughout. Like I mean, like there's times when it will go down or something, but like the frame rate overall feels pretty dang consistent. And as I'm playing and I'm experiencing this, it's just ultra smooth. Like I'm just so immersed in the gameplay that I'm just not even thinking about frame rate. I'm not even thinking about visual quality. I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm thinking about like, damn, this is so fun to be immersed in this experience after so long. Like it's funny, man. I've literally probably been here all day today. It's what time is it? It's like 10 o'clock, and I started playing Assassin's Creed probably around 1 o'clock today, man. I've just been playing some Assassin's Creed Odyssey, man. Like I love, this is probably my second favorite game of all time. And I'm just in here. I'm just enjoying this game. I'm just running around, focus, just running around doing like all these side quests and stuff. And you know, like I don't think I did all the side quests the first time I went through here, but like I am now, and I'm just having a blast. I'm just having fun. I have to replay the whole game on PC anyways because I beat it on Xbox or something. So I'm going through here and I'm playing this game, and I'm noticing just like this ultra smooth gaming experience. And you know, I played this on the 4080 Super too. I did. I mean, obviously it's one of those games that, like one of my benchmark games. Most of my benchmark games are definitely open world games. You know, going through these games, playing them, seeing how they feel. You know, putting them on 8K, running them at 8K, seeing how many frames I can get. I'm getting like 40 frames at 8K on this game with the 7900 XTX. And I'm playing that and I'm like, gosh dang, man. Like this just looks so good when you downsample to 4K or whatever. And so I'm playing this and I'm just having a blast. You know, and I'm looking at this game on a 4K screen and I'm like, gosh dang, man, like it looks good. But when I put it on the 1440 on the 3440 by 1440 and I'm running at 3840 by 1620p, and I'm looking at this game, I'm just like, gosh damn, this looks so good on a 1440p monitor. Like it just looks incredible. I think there's a lot of games last generation that literally had like 1440p like textures and stuff, so they definitely look better on 1440p than they do on 4K. They just kind of look a little stretched, and you know, like I think a lot of I think maybe that's why I've been liking 1440p a lot because I tend to see a lot more of the overall image quality at 1440p, whereas on 4K I'm just not seeing it as much as I am on the 1440p. So I don't know, guys. Am I being too unfair to Nvidia, or am I in line? I feel like people push back because I'm saying what everybody else wants to say, but just nobody else wants to deal with the pushback from everybody else. I mean, there's definitely some pushback, and there's definitely a lot of people out there that will defend Nvidia tooth and nail. And you know, guys, I kind of feel like they're overcharging us. I feel like they're overcharging us. I feel like we should get more for what we're paying. And you know, it's not a crusade that I want to fight because I don't really care about Nvidia to the point where it's like, I'll buy one for testing and for content this generation, but I don't know. I'm gonna buy the new AMD card first, test that out, and then I'll get, you know, an Nvidia GPU for the same price. Whatever Nvidia card is the same price, I'm gonna buy that, and then we'll see how it goes this generation. Obviously, if AMD's keeping us in the mid range, that's probably, I mean, that's not a bad place. That's pretty much what I was saying last generation. I'd literally be comfortable with a 7800 XT. I thought that was a pretty decent card. I'd definitely be comfortable there at 1440p. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how the 7800 XT is still performing right now. I would definitely kind of wishing I would have kept a hold of those cards, but I was just really getting tired of switching them out all the time and didn't really know if I wanted to be like a benchmark channel or anything like that. But I don't know. I think that this time we're gonna try something a little differently. I'm only gonna buy the 2 cards. I'm not gonna test the whole stack this time. I'm just gonna get the 2, and then we'll do whatever between the both of them. So all right, my friends, let me know if you guys think I'm being too mean to Nvidia, or let me know if you want me to keep calling them out. Like, I don't know. I'm not here to make people mad. I'm just here to spread the joy and have everybody be happy, and maybe convince a few people to, like, hey, dude, at least give AMD a try. That way you know what you like. Honestly, that's basically my only goal. I don't have any nefarious goals or anything like that. That's pretty much my only goal, is to be like, look, guys, at least give them a try before you write them off, because you could save yourself a lot of money and probably get the gaming experience that you want. Because if the trade-off is like, I don't know, man, like DLSS is a very powerful technology. It really is. So, all right, guys, I don't blame you for loving DLSS. I don't. But if you could run the games at the same frame rate with native resolution and be able to see that and see if you like that or not, I think that you owe it to yourself to at least consider it. Like, don't write AMD off. Obviously, there's people like me that really like it and think it's good. So, I mean, if you respect me or you like my channel or something like that, at least take that into consideration. It's like, hey, dude, I like this guy. He seems pretty cool. He likes AMD. Maybe they're not trash. I guess that's probably the only thing I'm really trying to stop, is like people just outright calling AMD trash when they're not. They're not trash. They're actually pretty damn good. They deliver a visual experience that I absolutely love. So I'm like, dang, dude, this is pretty good. I like this. So, all right, my friends, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.